It's 40 degrees and raining on day 49. So happy to be warm and snugly in our bed and not hiking. Cold plus rain are not my friends. Hi. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm gonna go downstairs and check out what they have for breakfast. Maybe get a little bit better coffee than this Keurig thing. I can smell the breakfast.
Good morning.
Good morning. A nice little spread. Great assortment of teas. And I had this last night and it was very good. Look who decided to join me. She found out that there was biscuits and gravy, so she came on down. It's good, right? Mm-hmm. Very, very good breakfast. This is what you do before you do a resupply. You figure out how far you have to go and then what you have left and what you need. So walking you through the thought process, here's day 1, day 2, day 3, and I have nothing for day 4. So we'll have breakfast at the hotel tomorrow morning. I need lunch and some snacks, and I already have dinner. For day 2, I will have maybe a little bit something else to add to breakfast. I need lunch and snacks, and I already have dinner. Day 3, I need breakfast, lunch, snacks, and I already have dinner. And day 4, I need breakfast, lunch, snacks, and I do not need dinner because we will be at the Marion. We'll be in Marion and most likely at the Mary Inn hostel. One thing that I actually haven't talked a whole lot about, but I absolutely love and have been using it as much as possible, is the bare bones bone broth. This has made a huge difference, and I believe it's partially responsible for helping me to not lose a lot of weight like I did last year. Of course, I'm being mindful and I'm adding calories and protein and fat and all that good stuff too, a little bit better than I did last year. But I really believe this instant bone broth that adds 10 grams of protein, 5 grams of collagen, and I believe it's 50 calories. 50 calories. And it's so easy. First of all, it's delicious, and we add it to everything. So we add it to our ramen. We add it to our backpacker meals. This is just a repackaged backpacker meal because it takes up less space. But I add it to every one of these. I've also wanted to, or I may have when it was colder, just had a cup of bone broth. And so it really has made a huge difference. And so I really am thankful that they have chosen to sponsor us. And if you use our code right here, Wildflowers15, you could get 15% off your order. They have beef, and then they have a bunch of different electrolytes too that we're also using. But honestly, this is my absolute favorite, and I will continue to use it when we go back home. I remember the one day that I think it was altitude sickness that I was dealing with, and I got back to the tent and I just was feeling terrible. And I made a ramen and I added the bone broth to it, and it's not magic, but I can tell you within half an hour, I felt so much better. So give it a try. If you guys like it, then you'll have another good supplement to add to your backpacking trips, also just to have around the house so that you can stay healthy and have some good bone broth added to your diet.
So now we gotta make our plan for the next couple of weeks to see what we're gonna do.
Couple of days.
Couple of days, like I think 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is how we plan it out. Go.
So we go to Far Out and we're looking at where we're at. So we're in Damascus. So basically mile 471, we can just start here. And then we go through and we look to see how far we want to go. And we're averaging about 15 miles per day. And so we kind of just scroll to see where we're going to end up at. Now, because we've been through this section before, we already know that our next big stop is Marion. So we keep just kind of scrolling to see what's available, what might be an option for if we needed a resupply or if we needed to get off trail. Like there's obviously a road there if we had to get off trail. Pretty easy to get a shuttle. Also here, Virginia 472. But we know we're looking for Marion, Virginia. And so Marion, Virginia is at mile 534.6. And we're starting at 471. And so that's about 63 miles. So if we're going about 15 miles a day, that's going to take us about 4 days or so. And that's how we look at what food we need. If there's a spot that we can easily get off trail, whether it's a town that we would be going through, or whether it would be like a wayside or something in the Shenandoahs where we know that we can add food to our load, then maybe we won't start with it. But in this case, we're planning to go straight through, not stop outside of there being some kind of weather or something like that would force us off trail. We're planning just to hike straight through, so we're going to go with about 4 days of food, kind of like I just showed you, taking into account that we won't need breakfast for the first day because we'll be here and we'll eat breakfast here, and then we will have dinner when we get into the Marion in Marion, Virginia.
Yeah.
So just wanted to show you guys kind of what the thought process is, and it's sort of a constant planning phase that we use, that we're so happy to be able to have something so helpful like Far Out that just gives you all of the planning tools you need. And you can see here that there's campsites. So you're looking at, well, how many miles is that from where I am? And do I want to go to that campsite? There's water available. If you click on that, you can see where it says you'll cross a stream fed by a trailside spring. And then you look at comments, which is really cool because Nichols tells us on 4/9 of 25, which is, it depends. You have to look on the date, like how long ago it was. It's flowing. And if you keep looking back, you can see where people are leaving comments, and so that helps. But that's just another way that helps us plan kind of where we're at, what we're doing, and how do we get from point A to point B.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
It looked like a boat out in the water.
Oh my goodness. So that's, how many feet do you think?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was, probably 15, 20 feet deep.
Oh my God. Well, that was Philip. He is from Old Mill Inn. He so kindly gave us a ride so we didn't have to walk the mile to do our resupply. So we're going to get in and out and then get back to the Old Mill. Resupply done. Well, Philip, thank you so much for your help. We are so appreciative that we didn't have to walk that 2 miles. So thank you, and God bless you. Thank you, sir. All right. Everybody got to stay here. It's the best place to stay. Old Mill Inn. We'll sort all of this out when we get back. But for now, we're going to go get Bear some new shoes at the outfitter.
Yeah.
Have a couple of hours between my clients, so that's why we're going to run errands now. I'll come back and do my evening clients, and then we'll go get something to eat for dinner while Bear has a dance party.
Yeah, because it's Ellie's birthday.
Damascus Outfitters to get Bear some shoes. Bye guys, we'll see you later. Bye. We'll see you. Bye. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. See you down the trail. Okay, so I'm trying not to be all excited and fangirl over here, but we just met Hawk. We've been following him for years. In fact, I think he was the first person I ever started following on the AT. And I just have to say, he is exactly who he is on camera. He is such a cool guy, so encouraging, so uplifting. It was so amazing. So Hawk, thanks so much for doing what you do and being such an amazing ambassador of the trail and just encouraging people to get out here and hike, because like we talked about, the AT really is for everyone.
Yeah.
Now let's get back to the hostel.
Oh, show
Or
them my shoes.
hotel. Oh yeah, and Bear got some new shoes. Can you see him?
I don't know. You have the invisible screen.
Oh yeah, I see him. Nice. As Julianne would say, our roadrunner would say, new shoes goofing. All right, we're gonna get back to Old Mill, and I'm gonna finish up my work day, and then we'll walk back down this road to another restaurant we're gonna give a try today. We're walking over here just for a few minutes before we head back into the hotel. Such a beautiful area. Ducks playing in the water. These little guys. It is such a good day to be inside because it is so cold and wet. I'm off of work and we're on our way to find dinner. Look how pretty the clouds look over the mountains. So glad to be here tonight. It is so cold. Well, it's gonna be like a nice day tomorrow though. It's gonna be a little bit warmer and no rain, so that will be for nice hiking weather. We got taco bowls
From the taco truck.
We're taking them back to the room because it is so cold and drizzling.
Hey everybody, welcome to the closure of day 50. Today was our 0 day in Damascus, and I wanted to make a little tribute for Ellie's 3rd birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ellie. Happy birthday to you.